he made him ruler over all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Zaphnath-Paneah.
Same thing what we do in this country, changed our name. You were Zephaniah ben Israel. Your name now is Leroy Smith. Same way. What they changed Daniel's name to in Babylon? Belshazzar. So no matter where we go, these are patterns that you can see in prophecy that we the only people that fit them description. Nobody else get their name changed. Dirk name still Dirk Nowinski. Akeem Olajuwon is still Akeem Olajuwon. Barack Hussein Obama is still what it is. But what our name is, what's up? We got what's called government names. They don't care what you change it to. Muhammad Ali. You'll always see this on everybody, a.k.a. right underneath. Cassius Clay. Your mama call you Clay? I'm going to call you Clay. But we the only people on planet Earth that fit the description of Deuteronomy 28 because every white Jew over there they changed their name. To hide from there, they changed their name from Reuben to Reubenstein. Or Goldsmith, because they conquered gold. They changed their own names. Our names was changed because Deuteronomy tells us we're going to become a byword and a proverb. We the only people on planet Earth that carries another man's name. I'm just off the Tate Plantation. You could never do, what's that site they call for knowing your genealogy? Well, yours going to go back. You do. I do. Tate, where that's going to lead me back to? Tate Plantation.
Mississippi.
Huh? That's it. That's where I was born. Mississippi.
All Jewish names. All Jewish names too.
What?
Them names you're gonna go back to Jones.
Oh, good right. Edomite just names.
Yeah.
But ain't none of them. They may give you a first name of Isaiah or Zachariah, but your last name because you property.
Simpson.
And this is what Joseph just did. Pharaoh just did to Joseph. He said, remember, even though you're in second command, you are property. I own you. Your God sent you here.
And it's your name.
That's your name. Your name is what do you call it?
Zaphnath-Paneah.
Zaphnath-Paneah. That's what they knew him as. So when you get into them linguistics of what you got to call somebody, what's our God name? It's about the spirit. Joseph didn't care what he called him. He could have called him Booger Man. He didn't care. Booger Man. He didn't care because he knows what spirit is inside of. Christ said the same thing. They call me Beelzebub. I don't care what they call me. What works am I doing? He said, but I tell you what, they can blaspheme against me, but if they call names against the Holy Spirit, it's a problem. So when we get into these linguistics about what the name of God is and all that, it's about the work of God. His name is these 66 books. That's his name. That's what you call on. What did Daniel tell me about this? What I'm supposed to do? Let me read. Oh, you always go to the Psalms when you got problems, don't you? Right. Do we just tell a sick person when you go to the hospital, what is something good? What I need? Do you just say, just pray to the Lord. Ask Yeshua for help. Yeshua, can I have some help? That ain't doing nothing. What you tell them? Read some Psalm 23. Read you some Psalm this. Read you some Matthew so they can hear the name of the Lord and it gets them back in gear. Not just what you told them. That name is applied to everybody. So Yeshua over in the Demona Desk that's fooling people. It was one down in Florida. Jim Jones, when we just had one last week, talking about the world coming to an end. The scripts ain't no man knows the day, so he must be saying he's God if he can say the day he coming back. And guess who's following? It was in Hebrews down there in the tunnel talking about, yeah, it's going to happen. Sold all they stuff. Yeah, people all down in that, man, a part of you see we part of the morning? Everything. We can hold that, y'all, but y'all see right here. If they to use that, this is what you do when they bring that one up. Make them take you to the whole story and then tell. Because one thing we see, we ask them, did anything good happen on that day? Yes. The butler was restored, right? The cupbearer. Joseph ended up getting out of prison 2 years later, but he got out. And not only this, what happened to Pharaoh? Because even 2 years later, it went back to what? That day. I was supposed to tell you that day, man, but I was just so caught up in getting the cup back. After I watched you kill him, I forgot about Joseph.
And Joseph started off putting the work on the Lord.
On the Lord. See, so whatever you do, if you keep the Lord first, that's going to eliminate any bad thing that you got for a feast day. You tell everybody, you cannot do this, we're not going to have this, let everybody know. Put it on your invitation. I don't want no peeing on yourself. I don't want none of this. I don't want none of that.
I'm not coming, damn it.
What you say?
I'm just my fans. I'm not coming there.
Let's get to this other one, y'all. Let's get to this other one, y'all. We got about a few minutes, y'all. We just got a few minutes, y'all. I just want to hit the other one because we got to have two with it. So far, we see two that say it ain't been no problem with it. Because it's not a birthday. Then we're going to go to the Maccabees. We got two more we're going to go to. We're going to close out. Where they show. But every time you see this, it had nothing to do with the day. It's just a powerful day. And a king is just having his birthday. Long as you don't exalt yourself. And so far, we ain't seen Pharaoh tell nobody nothing that they should do. Like I say, it's an event that, okay, we're going to do some party. George Bush and them do that now. If Barack pardons people, if it's his birthday and he say, I'm finna pardon all of these civil rights leaders or do this, you think they're going to be complaining? Do you think their parents and friends going to be complaining when he pardons your crime? That means it goes off, what they call exoneration. Yeah. They exonerate everything on their birthday. You ain't tripping over that's his day. You like, freedom. Freedom. Let's read some more. Let's get to... What you saying?
They said the hardcore is Israelites.
That sound like that them gates coming to folks.
Absolutely.
All my things.
You gonna be up out of there. You hear it close. Let's hit some Matthew 14, verse 6, and we're gonna see what happened with this king of Egypt. And the Jehovah's Witness started this. Yeah. You know, these days and different things to tell you. And what it does is take joy out of your life. Every day is the Lord. If you thank the Lord because I'm living another day. Children are dying at 15 to 20. There's no life in them. Do you know these people that make these t-shirts? When last time y'all seen a family reunion shirt? Big Mama. Big Mama's husband. That's no more. Uncle Junior. That's no more. All we get now is rip shirt. Rest in peace. And then look what they putting on the shirt. Loved on February 4th, 1992. Hated on December the 3rd. And they making the best shirts. They making the best shirts off of that. And then you have a feast. Look, if we cut off these, we got to cut off feast dinners for going, what they call after the repast. Them got to be cut off. In that Maccabees, they talk about they made a stadium and put it into Jerusalem. Are we watching stadium work in the championships now? Right. You think anything changed from boxing? If we cut off one, we got to cut them all off. Don't we have feasts on big boxing matches? Yeah. It's BYOB. The Most High say, don't use them to get blowed on. That's what he's saying. If you make a day, we used to have what's called rent parties. Yeah. You buy the liquor. People come get blowed, rent party. You can't keep on having rent parties. Not every month. You want to find a way how to pay your rent. And not only when everybody get drunk at the rent party, tear up all your furniture. You get the rent paid, but now you got to buy furniture. Let's get some more of this, y'all. Matthew. No, go to that. Matthew. Let's get that Matthew where we at.
Chapter 14.
Right.
Started.
And what I'm showing y'all is the ones that they'll use to say it's bad, and then you get in your mind, yeah, that's bad, and we just want to hit the Job, y'all, because they lied on Job too. What we at 14 and 6. Okay. Let's start at verse 1. 13 and 1.
Where we at now?
Matthew.
The first book of the Gospel, Matthew, chapter 14. Matthew chapter 14, verse 1. At that time, At that
What's that
time,
time read again? I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
interrupted. Sorry.
double-minded man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, it takes us to verse 14. Thank you. Chapter 14, verse 1. At that time, Herod the Tetrarch heard of the fame of Jesus and said unto his servants, this is John the Baptist.
Now this is King Herod. He was an Edomite that was ruling over Jerusalem at the time. An Edomite sitting on the throne of Jerusalem. A King Herod. And he's hearing about Jesus. He's saying, this is John the Baptist. Well, he had killed John the Baptist, had his cut off, so we before the event that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Then the story gonna get into what happened. But this is crazy talk anyway, and John is only 6 months older than Jesus. So how is he thinking this is? How is he thinking Jesus is John the Baptist, and they only 6 months apart? So let's tell you where his mindset was at this time. Crazy. He's believing in reincarnation, but he's believing it in grown people already on the earth. Let's get some more of this.
This is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works do show forth themselves in him.
Because he was hearing of the fame of Jesus, but all he had to ask was, hold on, John's 33, Christ is 33, how can they be the same people? That's crazy, ain't for me to be thinking that. Let's get some more of this.
Verse 3. For Herod had laid hold on John and bound him and put him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife.
So we see why John was put in prison because of what?
For Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife.
So now we need to find out what the deal was with Herodias. Let's read some more.
Verse 4. For John said unto him, it is not lawful for thee to have her.
Why? Because it's whose wife? His brother Philip's wife. John told him, you can't have her. That's your brother's game. Cause you the king don't mean nothing. Let's read some more.
Because they counted him as a prophet. But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod.
Now look, the niece is dancing, shaking it up. I'm talking about, what you saying, he skipped something?
Yeah.
Hit verse 5.
Oh, okay. My bad. Verse 5. And when he would have put him to death, he feared the multitude, because they counted him as a prophet.
Okay.
But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod.
Now he would have put John to death. Why? Was he putting him to death because of his birthday or because John called him out? You know you're supposed to be sleeping with your brother's wife. That's violation of Leviticus 18.
Wow.
Thou should not approach, right, and uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It's thy sister-in-law. That's what it tells you in Leviticus 18 chapter. So he busted him out on that. He would have put him to death, but everybody say, John the prophet, you can't do that. But Jerusalem killed the prophets. Let's get some more of this. And then now Herodias' daughter is dancing before him. I'm talking about, y'all, this was the first pink slip going on in this movie. She dancing before him. What kind of dance you think it was? You think it was a praise dance? Let's read some more. I mean, stinking legging at another level because it pleased Herod. Let's read some more.
All right.
Verse 7.
Verse 7.